It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys.
So I'm gonna call. So back in college, I had this buddy. We called him PC, just his initials, all the time. And he was one of the funnier guys I ever knew.
Pat wasn't short enough.
No, PC. We had multiple Pats. So
PC is actually more syllables than just Pat.
yeah, but once again, we had multiple Pats. So we had a PC, a PK, then just Pat. I think he came first.
All right.
Anyway, so PC, he always just did the funniest goddamn things. For instance, we went to a party one night at a random, one guy was friends with this person, so we decided to all crash their party. PC decided the entire night to introduce himself as Bo-Yo and tell everyone how he was the greatest rapper ever, and he would only speak in Bo Burnham lyrics.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Another time, so the movie Grown Ups came out that summer. Did you guys ever see that movie?
Fuck, man.
No.
Of course I saw Grown Ups.
So Brandon, in Grown Ups, they do a thing called arrow roulette, where they shoot an arrow. They stand in a circle, shoot an arrow up in the air, and the last person to run is the winner. We went and saw that movie, and Pat did. Well, that's the problem. None of us ran, but all of a sudden, car alarms started going off in the parking lot next to ours.
Well,
one night, PC's walking home from wherever. Well, when he's walking home, he decides to walk across the quad, but he gets bored, and so he just stole a wheelbarrow of dirt. And he's walking through the parking lot, and obviously he's drunk at this point. But the thing is, he wasn't 21 yet, so he could get in a lot of trouble. When a police car rolls up next to him, and the cop just rolls down the window, but Pat doesn't stop walking towards the house, and the cop just goes, "Hey, so what you doing?" And PC, without looking at the cop, just goes, "Moving dirt." And the cop just goes, "Oh, well, one night we're having a bonfire in our parking lot, and PC and I get up on our dumpster, and we start yanking at this fucking branch, and it is not coming down and hanging from a tree. Like, it's not connected. It's not growing out of the tree. It's just like one of those branches that fell, but like other branches between the two are holding on enough that it's still up there, right? So we figure, okay, well, we'll just get that. The issue is, so the branch is hanging over our parking lot, but the tree it's in is in our neighbor's backyard. So we're pulling and we're pulling and we're pulling. And all of a sudden I noticed that PC has stopped pulling the fucking branch. I'm like, dude, come on, let's get to work here. And as I'm saying that, I notice that the reason he has stopped pulling on the branch is because directly across from us is someone's kitchen window. And there is a girl in the kitchen window just staring out at us, standing on a dumpster, trying to steal a branch from a tree growing out of her yard. And Pat, without turning back or anything, just says to me, "Act natural." At which point, I laughed so hard I fell off the fucking dumpster.
As one does.
And that's my friend Pat.
Pat sounds like a real stand-up guy.
He was one of those guys that just always did those funny, crazy shit like that. And once again, just the driest fucking humor. He woke up one night and had to pee, but was too drunk and lazy to get to the bathroom.
So you just pissed the bed?
No, he pissed in the garbage can in his room.
Well,
Oh, it was fine until he remembered that he had a mesh garbage can.
Oh no!
Best part of that one?
That's a special kind of drunk.
His bedroom was across the hall from the bathroom.
Hey, look, man. Sometimes the sea legs kick in, and you're like, I don't got it.
It was fun. He was a funny guy.
Man, I can't remember the last time I peed in something that wasn't the bathroom. Wait, no, I can. It was in the bathroom, but it wasn't in the toilet.
Oh, you peed in the shower?
No, I peed in the sink.
Think? Why?
What? Why?
I was really drunk.
Why?
that's-
No. What?
I was really drunk.
How does that make sense?
And all the toilets were filled.
With what?
Other people.
It's when you go in there, ask them to spread their legs, and you pee between them.
Nope,
Yeah.
I just pissed in the
Just
sink.
cut the log.
Just pissed in the
Why
sink.
didn't you just go in the shower? That you could.
I wasn't at home, dipshit.
Why didn't you go outside?
I didn't think of it.
Mm.
I didn't think of that.
The same summer as moving dirt, we also made a drinking bucket list that I did not participate in, thank God, because I would have died.
I was
Some of
gonna
the
ask,
things-
Hey, should we redo this drinking bucket list? But
You guys know Edward 40 Hands?
Yeah.
They had an Edward 5th and a 2-liter night.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dear-
One-on-one case races.
Wait.
holy
How did,
shit.
how did people survive?
Well, we're all already on the list for dialysis.
Well,
They had a week-long one-on-one keg race.
The fuck does that mean?
You all get your own keg, and over the course of the week, you try and see who can finish it first.
It's 128 beers, right?
Yeah, so like 4 or 5 days.
128 beers over the course of 4 days. That's like
It's like
35 beers a day.
Yeah, but when you're drinking all day,
I could do that.
maintain a 0.08 or higher for 24 hours.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
you have to do that for like several. I thought you were just saying like, oh yeah, I drink 3 beers in a day. I'm like, oh fuck it.
Nope. 100-cup beer pong. That was fun.
Whole weekend.
1,000-cup
I'm
beer
gonna be
pong.
honest.
We didn't try because we were just too damn lazy.
If I'm drinking like hard drinking, I am not drinking for like the next 2 days.
Oh man, dude. This was
I just
this
don't
was the
want- it's
drunkest
not-
summer of my life.
Do you ever think
Yeah.
about rocks? Do you ever
Rocks
think
hard
that-
as a rock.
No, but do you ever think that it's like it'd be weird to find out like that rocks are like soft until you touch them and then they like tense up?
You know they make speed bumps like that, right?
Children?
They make speed bumps that if you go over them at the speed you're supposed to, they're soft. But if you go over them too fast, they get hard like a normal speed bump.
I don't know why, but at that exact moment I just thought, what are you doing, step car?
Oh no!
I sent that picture, right?
Of the ship?
Yeah.
Step excavator, yeah.
Dude, those stupid motherfuckers.
I don't even know how you fucking do that.
I mean, here's the thing: is
Do
when
you
I was in the
think that
Coast Guard.
captain loses his job?
Oh, absolutely. When I was in the
so. They
when
have
I
to
was in
fuck
the-
up real bad.
when I was in the when I was in the Coast Guard, we would draw penises on the maps all the time. Like it happened, but like not when you're driving that big of a fucking boat.
I don't think he was meaning to draw a dick on the map. I think that was just like what people noticed afterwards.
No. He intentionally drew a dick. There's
Dude, dick.
so the reason that the
Did you not see this, Brandon?
the boat got wedged in the Suez Canal is because the fucking pilot drew a dick on. So with a lot of the nautical maps and shit, like on the digital stuff,
Uh-huh.
you can actually like see your trail that you've left behind, right?
Okay.
This
Hang on,
motherfucker
I
drew
got
a
it.
dick. He drew a dick on that chart with his boat, like while he was piloting the boat. You know?
Live by the meme, die by the meme.
Yeah,
There you go,
goddamn right.
What
Yeah,
a
but-
prick! Jesus.
But the thing is like I said, like when I was in the Coast Guard, we'd do shit like that all the time. Like nobody, like, but at that point, it didn't fucking matter because our boats were 29 feet long.
So your boats were small.
They were small boats. Literally, that's what they were referred to as small boats. We weren't driving fucking barges.
Oh man,
But
I
did you
do
did you
love that it turns out that we're not the only ones that are obsessed with dick jokes. It's all over the world. Hey, you guys know the Buford Tower in Austin?
no?
Maybe.
It's on Cesar Chavez. It's on Cesar Chavez.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just one of those like cement towers.
Yes.
Hang on, let me.
Did someone kill themselves?
It's on fire.
What?
It's on fire.
I heard you the first time. I just
Don't-
needed.
Don't yell. God, fuck.
Evidently, one of the
Oh no!
yeah, one of
No! I know exactly what you're gonna say.
one of the homeless camps had a
This is the
campfire,
second.
and
This
it
is
caught.
the second fire that has been started by a homeless camp.
So the first one, was that caused by them or was that caused by people not liking them? Because that one I actually didn't know. And that's the other thing I'm worried about. Is
That one was.
well,
I'm pretty sure. I mean, who knows? What I heard was it was started from a like a campfire that was not properly taken care of.
dude.
Oh no!
And by the way, they
Yikes.
yeah.
I mean, the
Dude.
good news is the majority of that structure will survive and will be able to
Yes.
be restored.
Well, also, I don't think that there's like anyone in the structure at any time, you know?
Oh no! It's a historical marker.
Yeah, so, but still, I mean, geez, dude, I mean, like,
I'm not even 100% sure that you can even go in there. Like
Yeah, I
I've
don't
never
think so.
seen. I don't think you can go in there. So,
Guys, I know what we should do when I get to come to visit in Austin. We should go in the tower.
well, now there's no windows, so
or one could argue there's more.
no, there's the same amount of windows.
There's just no glass.
No glass. There ain't no glass on the windows.
And dude, well, the people who don't like homeless people are gonna.
Oh yeah, dude. No, it's getting pretty bad. It's getting. I mean, it's actually no. The disdain for or the tolerance for homeless people is at an all-time low.
It's getting real bad.
That's saying. Here's a problem. I understand. Here's the thing. This is my opinion. I understand that other people disagree. Everybody is really looking to get rid of these camping bans, like put into place again.
Right.
I understand that we need to fix something, but we
Agreed.
can't just get rid of it and then not come up with another plan.
Very much agree.
The
That's why I
problem
thought it
is
was
with this
hilarious
The
when they
thing with this
made the one
camping
hotel,
right?
and people got angry about that. Then, like, well,
Yeah, I know.
You
I was
want
like,
them
what
gone.
the fuck? You can't get mad about homelessness or people being homeless in your city and stuff, and then you're just like, oh
And
well,
then
I
get mad
didn't
when the
say I
city
wanted
comes up
them
with
to
a
have a
solution.
hotel.
I don't want the homeless here. Whoa, but I don't want them to have a home. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
like seriously, like I'm straight up at the point where I'm like, why don't you say what you really feel about the homeless? You're wanting them to just disappear. You want them to go
Exactly.
away.
I mean, I hate to keep coming back to it, but South Park, they did an episode on it.
Yeah, they did.
So on the topic of homelessness, I did, like I lived in Austin for a few years. I saw how it was in Austin.
Well, Mark, you can just say we we worked in like prime downtown area where we
Oh,
dealt
Mark.
with homelessness every day.
Mark, it is so much worse now.
It's
Is it
so
really?
much worse, dude. It's so bad. The
So,
whole
right
that
across
entire
from where-
parking lot, the library is nothing but tents. It's a
Holy
goddamn
shit.
it's a goddamn Hooverville.
To the point where, like, literally it's a wall of tents. I mean, there is literally no space between any of the tents.
Yeah.
So when I lived in Portland, it was very much a heavily like homeless populated city as well.
Mhm.
But like there were parts of the city that they just said the people could build homes there, like they would like like we're not going to we're not going to like build them for you, but like they would take big plots of land that were just like part of the city, and they're like, yeah, here you guys go. If you guys can find the stuff to live on this land, you can live on the land. And like I'm talking like overnight, these homeless communities would just go up like
Well, so Mark, what Austin did was Austin said, we're going to stop making that illegal. Not that we're making it legal. It's just we're not going to actively try and arrest you for it anymore.
right.
And that's when it just boomed up.
Yeah,
And
they
it
were
did.
just
It
like
really did.
they allowed the ability for homeless people to be able to camp
Right.
and set up
Dude,
shop. It
I
is
see legitimate cardboard shacks all over the place now. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
it's
like they are.
it's
They have like
wild.
windows and doors and shit.
Oh yeah, that's how it was in Portland. Like I'm not kidding. When like they would go and get like pallets and shit, and they would disassemble the pallets, which I have to say, in and of itself, is impressive as shit because pallets are made to be on like not taken apart.
Oh yeah.
There
but they would-
is a little tent up here in Round Rock that's right there on the the median for the on ramp to the
Oh, yeah.
highway.
That's like a really
and-
popular area.
And I'm not gonna lie, I love what they did with their tent because they fucking did zero scaping. Like there is rocks, there's a fucking mailbox and everything right outside of their tent. It looks cute as shit. I'm not gonna lie, I love it and I'm really impressed.
Dude, the weirdest one I ever saw. So, and by the way, like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't like that. It's not that I don't like. It's not that I'm sitting there like, oh, what are you doing in my town? I just don't like. I don't
it
like
because
that
it was an
humans
ill-conceived
have-
idea and there was no proper action done.
Exactly.
After putting it into effect, there was no plan, there was no infrastructure, and then they're
Agreed.
like, "Oh well, we put showers and commode like porta johns and stuff all over the place. Like it's fine." Like, yeah, once again though, that was your answer to the problem that came up because you guys were idiots and didn't think of an actual plan. And
will
now
say, I think
you're
it got a lot
thinking
worse
that's the
because of the
end all.
pandemic. Because people were like, well, we just don't want to go around anyone, so let them do
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But so the best one I ever saw though. Oh no, but so wait, so that's what I was gonna say about that though. Like don't get me wrong, it's the main thing I don't like about it. Like I very much agree with you. Like there was no plan or anything. And the thing is like, okay, you're not. I don't like that these people are in a situation that instead of like, that it's not gonna get better for them. Like I don't like that people have to be out there and all this. Like it's still dangerous for them to live like this. You know, it's
Oh,
still
yeah,
not
no.
safe for them. And I worry about
And
you know
it-
any
and
human that
it's-
has to be in
and
that
it's not-
situation.
and it's dangerous for them. It's dangerous for the community.
Yeah.
For instance, I know it's a different story, and it's more. This isn't indicative of all people are homeless, but it's an example of unregulated, unchecked homelessness. There are people who are just victim of circumstance. There are kids that are on the streets that have been displaced for multitudes of different reasons. But the other problem is there are people on the street who are just criminals. And
True.
that incident that happened in New York of that Asian woman who was brutally attacked by that man
Ugh,
in New York.
piece of shit.
He was homeless. He
Right.
went to jail for killing his mother.
Yeah, good job parole board on that one, by the way.
Yeah, parole board fucked the fucking pooch on that. Jesus.
The other one with that is also though, like not only are there are criminals on the street, but also, and probably more worrisome, is there are people with legitimate mental illness on the street as well.
Oh, absolutely.
But so the big thing is, so one thing before I get into this, like I always bring up how like, it makes me sad, and I like I don't I don't like that people are in these situations.
Mhm.
And a lot of times I get someone like, okay, so then fix it. And I go, and I always like when people are like, so what are you going to do about it? And it's like, okay, I can feel bad about something and not have a solution for
Yeah,
it.
I
You
fucking hate
understand
what
that?
I always get really pissed off whenever anybody's like, "Oh, well, if you're going to complain about it, you have to have a solution." I'm like, "Can I
Well,
not just be upset by something and
and my
say
favorite part
because
about that,
because
Brandon, and I think
if
you'll agree
believe
with
me,
this.
I would love to come up with an idea and then all of a sudden it gets implemented. Why am I going to come up with an idea? It doesn't nothing's going to change because of my idea."
Well, and not just that, and I think you'll agree with this. Another part of that is, um, well, the thing that I'm doing about that is paying my taxes so my elected officials can do that. That's why I have elected
Yeah,
officials.
but at the same time, it all comes down to being careful about who you put in the office.
Oh, could not agree with you more there. But anyway, so
Because the thing is, like, I love Austin. Really love living in this. Like, this is an amazing part of Texas. Even,
oh yeah,
even though I don't live in the city of Austin anymore, being in the suburbs out in like Round Rock and stuff, I legit love this part of Texas. And, and everybody gets on to, liberals and everything. And, well, y'all are just forcing things through. Let me tell you something. Yes, Austin is, and this
well,
area is typically known for being pretty blue, but it's still Texas.
yeah,
Like
100%.
it's still, even your liberals are still very, very much like moderate.
Also, let's
And
look at the difference of what liberals are forcing through and what conservatives are forcing through. As in,
Jesus.
there are 43 states that are trying to limit voting rights. Anyway, so
Trying to, they're actively
well, well, that's the thing. Like, so
going
Georgia
for it.
actively has. Other
Yeah.
states are just trying to right now. It's they brought it to the ballot. But anyway, so with the homeless, I finally remember what I was going to say because
Oh,
I kept
cool.
forgetting it. The funniest, best one I ever saw. Was driving by like one of those encampments and things. Is that the right word, encampment? Anyway, and I saw a homeless guy on
Well,
on a
an
laptop.
encampment typically means, uh,
Hmm. Anyway,
yeah,
so I'm driving by and I see a homeless guy on a laptop.
shanty town.
That just seems to have negative
That has such a
connotations.
negative connotation to it.
So this
Yeah,
homeless guy's on a laptop.
technically right now in Austin, yes, that applies.
So this homeless guy's on
Yeah,
a
you're not
laptop.
wrong.
And the reason that's so awesome isn't because the reason that's so awesome isn't just because like a dude's on a laptop. It's so great because he has it plugged in to a solar panel,
Mm-hmm.
but not like one of those handheld portable ones. I mean like a solar panel that goes on someone's roof that he jerry-rigged it up, like the wires, so that his laptop could connect to that.
I mean, that's fucking awesome that he did that.
I mean,
I
right
will.
That,
on.
guys, I saw Homeless MacGyver.
Yeah.
I saw Homegiver.
Magoma.
I was driving on 183, and underneath one of the underpasses, I saw this like elaborate tent set up, and the dude straight up had like an art gallery in his fucking house, his
Dude,
little
good
tent
for him.
home, like fucking like framed photo, like not photos, like framed art hanging. And I was like, what is this fucking like? Yeah, in the like this looks like one of those stereotypical things you'd see in like a live action, like Arabian Nights kind of deal.
Well, that is something that I do worry about is that Austin, I will say Austin being as the thing I do worry about with Austin being very artsy places, I worry about someone being like someone who has a nice apartment, everything, like just getting a tent and going and like, yeah, I decided to come out here and live to really see what these people are like and what their lives are like. And you can all read about it in my new
On my new
blog,
travel
my new
blog.
website, and all this stuff. And it's like
On
you're
my
at
new
this point
OnlyFans.
100% taking advantage of those people in the situation they're in. You tremendous piece of shit.
Mhm.
So on the topic of like the setups that you've seen, you guys have seen the Harry Potter films, right?
No.
I'll accept the last one.
Okay. You remember how the Weasley's house was just kind of precariously balanced one story on top of the other and didn't really look like it should be able to stand at all?
It reminded me of the old woman who lived in the shoe.
Kind of, yeah.
That
So
nursery
I
rhyme?
saw
Chad, can you
Hmm?
tell me how do you live in a shoe if you ain't got no soul?
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Dad joke for the win.
It's
I
also
didn't-
from Ed Nettie.
yeah. But anyway, so I saw this at one of the, I guess, the shanty towns up in Portland. It was this family had built a 4-story, like not like full stories, but like basically they'd taken like pallet blocks that they had put together, stacked them up on one another, and had this like almost it looked like if it would be like a 4-story little shack that they built. And it was honestly one of the most impressive things I've ever fucking seen.
So that's in Portland?
Yeah, it was up in Portland.
Yeah, some asshole's going to go buy that and try and rent it out as like a unique Airbnb experience.
God, yep.
Tell me you couldn't see someone in Portland doing that.
No, I could definitely see somebody in Portland doing that shit.
You know, someone in New York made the dopest Airbnb ever. It's the Turtle Lair.
The fuck's that mean?
Ninja Turtles. It's their lair.
Oh.
It's not in the
That's-
sewer, but it still looks identical to their lair.
I would love to do that. Guys, can we open an Airbnb that's in the sewer?
Once again, Portland.
Nah, we'll just fucking...
Or California.
You can't do it in Austin. Austin doesn't have enough of a actual sewer system.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yes, we do.
It's not like deep like one from New York or Chicago.
We should
Oh,
do
Bedrock's
it.
makes
In,
it too
we should.
hard.
We should do it in Vegas. They have an insane sewer system.
Yeah, and that's where like the murder transients live.
Yeah, it makes it feel really authentic to Ninja Turtles.
Dude, I just
You know where we should
remembered...
do it? Right along the border by Tijuana. You know, you get a real rush out there, man.
All right, well, that got almost racist.
No, it's not that it's
I would
racist.
say
It's
it
that that's
did.
known for murders.
No, I know it is. This conversation about building homes in the sewer is
What was
actually...
the movie about that with Sean from Boy Meets World. It was a
Get the
horror
fuck
movie.
I don't know. But that actually drug up a really old memory I had forgotten about.
Drug up.
It
Ryder
drug up a
Strong, is
memory.
that his name?
I don't know. I'm talking about something completely different at this point. But I was when I lived in Friendswood when I was in middle school. The area I lived in had a lot of
Borderland. I'm done. I had to figure it out, and I had to say it, or it would have just fucked with
Isn't
my
that-
OCD.
All right.
I'm glad you
Um,
got there, bud.
Thanks,
me
bud.
too.
I'm real proud of you.
It's
But
cool. I'm doing hand exercises to not that to help right now.
You know,
jerking
I
off.
wasn't even thinking that until you interjected.
But now I'm
I'm-
thinking he is doing that.
But now that's all I can think about.
I'm working on doing. I learned how to do one-handed cuts for a card deck the other day.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Is that all
hard.
you learned? Is that all you learned to do one-handed?
No, I learned to masturbate that way too. Friends with.
That's good because I just went at it like a fucking milkmaid.
Well,
like
Brandon,
two-
it's so
Brandon,
big
we
you
all
don't
know
have
you
any
have to use two
options.
hands.
So
I didn't
when
even know
when
I
I
was
lived
gonna
in,
I didn't even know I was going to step into that until I was into it. I'm like, oh no.
I mean,
You
dude,
brought that
you
upon
basically got to
yourself.
jerk off like you're using a pogo stick nowadays.
oh no, it only looks like that because I'm laying with my ass in the air under him, so he's just bouncing in and out real fast.
Come on.
I just
Anyway.
imagined Mark's booty like a trampoline.
Anyway, when I first moved to
Even-
Friendswood, I lived in like a not like it was mildly undeveloped, like it was still a very new neighborhood.
Mark,
So there were a lot of yeah.
was the 4-story homeless pallet. Was that in Friendswood? Did
No,
you
no,
live there?
No. Those
Okay.
people in Friendswood would have burnt it down with pitchfork and torches in hand.
Oh shit! The fucking mayor of Houston would have just asked the National Guard to shoot them, huh?
Yeah.
So
Well,
in
no, I'm sorry. That's
Friendswood,
only if they're protesting for black people.
It's
right.
all right. They would have ended up building a bank on top of the corpses anyways in Friendswood.
God, is there a more American thing than that?
No, I'll tell you what,
Literally
there's not a
building
more
capitalism over the dead.
Friendswood thing than that.
True that.
All right,
So
Mark, I'm
look,
done
freshly
interrupting you.
laden corpses. That's a good foundation for a bank.
So Brandon, to be clear, I didn't live on you know how Friendswood split between 2 counties?
Oh,
I didn't, but that makes sense now.
So there's Galveston County side, there's Harris County side.
Galveston.
Yes.
Whichever one is the nice side, I lived on the other
Galveston.
side. So I lived in Harris County when I first moved there. And so, and like I said,
Wait,
it was
wait. Are you actually from the wrong side of the tracks?
yeah.
Yeah, and I was from the other side of the tracks, and that's how Mark and I's relationship
Holy
blossomed.
shit! You guys are fucking gay Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute.
So there were a lot of
Now we just have
open
to kill ourselves.
Oh, we're getting there, bud. We're getting there. We met on a Tuesday. We're going out on a Friday. But so with this underdeveloped area, there were a lot of open sewer areas, right? Like they just hadn't finished the sewer part yet. And I got very familiar with the underground parts of the sewers.
Dude, that's not a good idea.
Well, there wasn't really anything down there.
It's absolutely not like what I'm used to.
Well, no, right. I get that. Yeah. But yeah, so me and my buddies from middle school, we'd go down there with flashlights. We'd spend like 4 or 5 hours just crawling, like, because it was open, like big enough that the entrances were big enough that we could literally just kind of hunch down and walk in, kind of like what you had on It, right?
I'm not gonna
And,
lie, that sounds like pure like childhood heaven.
Yeah, so we just
Except
go
for
down
the
there.
walking hunched over for hours. Like if you could
No, no,
stand
no,
all
no,
the way
no.
See,
up,
but the
that'd be
thing is,
dope.
when you're a kid, you don't give a shit.
That
Oh,
was
right,
just
we don't have bad backs then.
that was just the entrance. Like the once you got past the entrance, like you could walk for literally hours, like upright.
I would love that
and
as a kid.
It was amazing, and
How'd you guys never get
Everything-
lost?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that now.
we had I don't know how the fuck I don't fucking know. We just followed the light. Well, and like all of the grates were small enough that we could just like push the grate up and come out in some fucking random street and just get home from there. But we stopped. We had to stop one day because we
You guys want to see a dead body?
it wasn't a dead body exactly, but it was a hive of rats eating a dead dog.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I
Do you remember
guys
when we were
know-
listening to the Richard Kuklinski podcast on our way to Chicago?
oh man, Iceman.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you guys know
the rats running in and out of all the orifices of the bodies.
it was literally the
Professional
worst
hitman, Mark.
experience. It was the
Do you
worst
guys-
experience I've ever seen.
Do you
Oh,
guys
I
know
imagine.
what a rat king is?
Yeah, he was one of the villains from Ninja Turtles.
He was also in Hey Arnold.
I'm just gonna go ahead and ruin your guys' day.
I mean,
Oh no, wait, he was from the Nutcracker Ballet.
So a rat king is
there's
what
definitely gonna be
happens
some nutcracking.
when there's too many rats in one area,
Oh yeah.
and so they just become one giant thing.
Did you send a fucking picture?
That is Nartown, bro.
Yeah.
I still
That's-
like our answers better, honestly.
And that's why I
Well,
like living. That's why I like being alone.
Brandon, if we spend too much time together, are our dicks gonna get tangled like that?
Oh no, Mike.
No, Brandis is
Don't-
gonna
you-
eat you
you
like that
don't-
movie Anaconda.
You don't have to worry about that happening.
But Jasmine said it's okay.
Oh no, that's not what I'm implying.
Oh. I don't know what you're implying then.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you just can't get enough of Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SR Sleepy Boys. Or you can check out our YouTube channel, Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys. You can also find us on Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor, Breaker Radio, and coming soon, Apple Podcasts.